Well, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the garage, and welcome to my answer to Big Elvis's Sexy Car Challenge. Man, that's a hard one, because one does not get a collection as large as mine by only liking one thing. I like many things. To me, cars are an art form. From the design, whatever inspired the designer, just the color combination. Some cars look terrible in some colors, and then they hit this perfect match, and all of a sudden the car makes sense, and that's why I just can't have just one car. I have to have multiple cars. But yeah, so this is probably one of my favorite. This is a big time muscle Trans Am. I just really love this thing. I always had it on the wall. I wasn't really a fan of deep dish wheels, but then I opened this up and it was like, yes, it all makes sense. Still one of my favorite cars. Every time there's a challenge out that I can, I'm going to pull this one out and show it again because I just love it so much. But I did go and pick, I know he said at least 5 cars. I did 5. I don't know how many we got here. Let's just say we got about 8. This 8's a good number. Let's say 8. So 8 cars that I actually really enjoy, knowing that I have them in my collection. And they're probably not going to make any sense to you, but they'll make sense to me because every time I see these again, I smile. And I'm happy that I own it. So that being said, let's get on with it. Move this beautiful Trans Am down. Let's put that right there. This is probably one of my other favorites. This Gas Monkey Garage. I have this car. None of them make... I don't know, I have this car. I have several versions of this car, but the premium that came out with these red line wheels and this beautiful metallic gold, to me, this is better than any Super Treasure Hunt that they have put out. I just think this is a sexy beast. In fact, I've got 2 more on the wall on card because I just love this casting so much. And for whatever reason, people weren't buying it. So I did. And this gold one here has been a regular pocket ride. It's gone on many vacations and road trips with me. I just love this car. This was like, to me, it was perfect. The perfect body style, the perfect paint job, the wheels, everything about this car, to me, is perfect. And I just love having this in my collection. I love looking at the 2 on the wall. They're like trophies. And then looking at these 2 here. This one here it's been with me on many trips. So absolutely one of my favorites, and I just think it's sexy as hell. It is. Move that one down. Let's go ahead and do this one. I think this is probably one of my favorite, and probably the first Fast and Furious car that I bought. The Plymouth GTX, man. Cheese and crackers. Look at this thing in black. Got the little white stripes on the front there. I dug the wheel choice. I think the wheel choice is fantastic. This is just such a very clean, I just like this design. This wedge shaped, long hood, short rear end. I mean, that was like the style at that time. And this thing is just like the epitome to me of just perfect. It's just perfect to me. I love it. I think it's just a sexy beast in just this gloss black. Very simple, and I like that. I absolutely love that. Move this one down. How about this one? Let's go ahead and put this one out. Because when this casting came out, I could not stand it. Absolutely could not stand it. But there was really nothing on the pegs. And so I bought them to start, playing around doing customs. And then this color happened. The wheel choice, I thought, made it work as well. Detailed up the interior. This is probably one of my favorite customs, and this is a very early custom. The fact that it came out this well, I keep it in a hard case because I'm just super proud of it. And I don't show it off, but I love it. I think it absolutely turned out fantastic, and it's one of my favorite castings, one of my favorite customs for sure. I just really like it. All right, let's get off my soapbox. How about this one? This M2. I thought is a very clean example of this Volkswagen Beetle. This is a 53. Just such, the wheel choice is right. The big shiny hubcaps, the gloss black, the very fine silver trim on there. I think they did a fantastic job on there. I love the interior color. It's not red. It's more like a reddish brown brick. I don't know what you would call it. I just thought this was a very clean casting, and I'm super stoked that it's in my collection. if you're gonna, and I know I did not pick out a Porsche, but I did pick out a Beetle because I think this is by far the crown jewel of my Beetle collection. It really is. So super happy to have that one. And then the last one's on the list. Where do we go? Where do we go? You know what? Let's put this sexy beast up there. The Dodge Tradesman, man. The shaggin' wagon. I just love this thing. Oh man, when I saw it on Instagram that this guy had ordered two and the other guy, the deal fell through and he was saying, "Do you got anything for trade?" I had something he wanted and we traded immediately, man. I was so super stoked. Beautiful. We're not going to open up the doors and all that stuff, but the Dodge van has always been my favorite. I think it was probably the sexiest of all vans from that time period in the 70s. I just think this thing is just really, really nice. I am so happy it's in my collection. I really am. And I'm glad that I'm getting to share it with you because I just think it's fantastic. Absolutely. And then this one was a prize from Steve over at Miniature Mustangs. Let me pick out something I want to give away, and I just love this car. I have done a couple customs on them. The Mercedes 300 SL, I think this is like a 55, I think. Just gorgeous. The doors do open up on both sides. I just thought this was just a gorgeous example of this car. Everything about this car is immaculately perfect. Fantastic. Thank you, Mr. Steve over at Miniature Mustangs for that. And then the last thing that I think is probably one of the sexiest cars that I own. I just absolutely love this car. The Honda NSX from Kaido House. Lots of moving parts. The headlights do pop up. The glass canopy in the back has two opening sections. Just a fantastic car. It's a beautiful car to start with, but this paint job and the graphics just really set it off for me. Wide body kit on there as well. There's nothing wrong with this casting. This is probably one of the sexiest beasts in the collection. And again, this came from a trade with Mr. Steve over at Miniature Mustangs. The man's got good taste. Man's got good taste. So that being said, y'all, this is my answer to Big Elvis's Sexy Car Challenge. I hope you enjoyed what I could pick out. Man, we could have been here all day long looking at sexy cars, but I picked out some of the favorite highlights from my collection that I am just super stoked to own. So that being said, thanks for stopping by the garage. Y'all be safe, be well, and be kind. Always be kind. Till the next time you're here at the garage. See you later, grease monkeys.